just deal with me. Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the African Street Festival and the Freedom Rides revisited. And of course, we have with us to talk about the African Street Festival, Kwame LLillard, and to talk about the Freedom Rides, Mr. Alan Kaysen, a participant in the Freedom Rides. And of course, Kwame, let us welcome you as well as you, Mr. Alan Kaysen, to the show this morning, and to talk about a topic that has been revived in a real sense, Kwame, primarily because of your efforts and the efforts of others dealing with what has happened at Tennessee State University over the last several weeks. Let's start off, Kwame, by having you and later Mr. Kaysen to give us some information relative to your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of getting you involved in the activities that you're involved in now, and then we'll talk about some other aspects of your involvement.
Well, in 1961, you know, that was 2 years after the initial training of the students in the Central Committee here in Nashville, around the First Baptist Capitol Hill, around Clark Memorial. There was a cadre of people who were trained in the late '59 in the ways of Gandhi and resistance. And when '60 came, they were prepared to start the protest. Of course, Greensboro, North Carolina, hit on February 1st. Those students in Greensboro created the sit-in movement in Greensboro. But 13 days later, their much better organized Nashville movement undertook a successful sit-in movement that resulted in the first lunch counters in the South being open to all races. So we were much better trained. We had a better support system in terms of adults, the legal system here in Nashville than it did Greensboro. So Greensboro was given the credit February 1st, 1960 for being the first student protest. The difference is that Nashville movement was so well organized that Dr. King came to Nashville to learn how we were doing this. So when the core group was burnt out in Anderson, Alabama in '61, that next year, they gave up the Freedom Ride. The Nashville movement was so well organized, we just simply said, no, you're not giving it up. We're going to pick it up, and we continued and were successful in making the Kennedy administration force the Interstate Commerce Commission to enforce the right for everybody to ride airplanes, buses, trains, or boats without any fear of being harmed because of their race. So the Nashville movement was just simply too well organized to do anything but do what it did.